Morning guys, this is me, Con from KT Fish Life. Today we're just out here doing a little routine morning walk with this beautiful weather of ours in Wisconsin, 10 degrees outside. And thanks for checking out my video guys. Today this video is about my Planet tank. This is going to be my first time ever doing a Planet tank. More of experiments for me, but I'm going to take you guys along the journey of what I'm doing here. It's cold outside, so let's get inside, guys. Today, we will be converting this fish tank into a fully Planet fish tank. So in here are some plecos. These are some short body, blue-eyed lemon pleco. That's the female. This is the male over here. Yeah, female here. And they poop a ton of poop. And one thing that I want to tear down this tank is because it is full of hydras. It's full of hydras. It killed half of my guppy babies, and I'm not happy about it. I don't think we can see it on the filter here anymore. Probably the snail ate some of them. But yeah, it's in the past I've kept other plants in here that I got from my aquarium swap meet, and it has those baby snails in here that I can never ever get rid of. And pretty much I just want to clear out everything. I just want to nuke the whole tank. What's a better way to do that when you can just swap out this tank with a whole different tank, you know? Just get a whole new different fish tank. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna catch all the plecos here, and I'm gonna put it down here. Down here are just pretty much a lot of snails and snail eggs, along with my guppies. These are bluegrass guppies, and they're just chilling in here. The blue hasn't come yet to them because mainly these are just female. Can't really focus on them, but yeah, they're bluegrass females. I try to catch all the males and throw them in a different tank, and later on when they mature, I'll select the prettiest one and put them in here. But for now, the plecos are gonna go in here, and I'm gonna set up this tank in here. So I've drained all the water in here, and pretty much I just want to take this whole tank out. I do not want to do anything with this tank right here because there's hydras in here. I just saw a small little worm in here, and I don't want anything to do with this. I don't know what kind of worm it was, but something that I do not want in my fish room. So I'm just gonna get rid of this whole tank right here. And this fish tank is it's a new tank. It has never been hosted with anything. It came straight from Petco. Well, straight from my garage. I bought it a while back. But yeah, straight from my garage, straight from Petco. Nothing else has been in here. So this is gonna be a good clean tank with nothing in there. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Alright, so I finished wiping it down, and what I'm gonna do next here is put in the aqua soil. And pretty much this is the brand of the aqua soil that I got. This is called Amazonia. Not sure you guys can see it, but yeah, this is the brand that was recommended to me from the fish factory. Is to try to create less movement as I can, so the soil doesn't crumble. Pretty much this is a soil that's formed in some sort of mountain in Japan, and it only originates from there, and that's why these aqua soil are so prized after. This part definitely needs some more. I don't want to stir this up too much, you know, because it crumbles the dirt. I say that, but then I spent like 20 minutes just trying to find it out. Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough for me. That's like a good inch. That's a good inch for me. Alright, time to get the plants. Alright guys, so I got this plant from Pet World a couple weeks ago. I think they've been in quarantine for a good 2 weeks now. So I didn't see anything else on them. I didn't see any snails or anything, so that's good. So that means that there's no snail eggs that might have hatched. So I'm gonna try my best to snip off these baby plants and grow them individually. So out of one plant, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plants. So I'm gonna stick this in there right now. Or actually, right now I'm gonna fill it up with a little bit of water first. All right, guys, that's much better. Is that algae? There's a darn piece of algae on there. All right, so this is the part where I look at all of my plants and see if there's any hitchhikers. So I had these plants for about a week now, and this is what they look like. Sorry about the mess in the background, guys. It's a fish room. But anyways, I had these plants in this bucket or in this pitcher for about a week now, and pretty much is just to grow out whatever critters that's in here. I got a whole bunch of plants. I don't know the specific name of it. It looks like they've grown too, and they've grown on over the water level that was here. So I'm gonna take a peek at these individually and see what kind of hitchhikers has came along, and if there's any snails, I'll remove them manually. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I have so far right now. I got jungle vales here. I know that the jungle vale is gonna definitely take off. I'm really looking forward to this guy though, but it looks like it's already deteriorating. Whatever, guys. But this is all the plants that I got from the fish factory. Looks like there's some snails in here. I'm glad I quarantined them because I can catch them. Where's my scissor? I've lost my scissor. I've completely lost my scissor. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start from the back and move forward from the tank. So I know these guys are gonna be pretty tall. So I'm gonna start with these guys first. Just gonna cut away these right here. Pretty much cut it in half. And just to check for any critters or bugs that might be hitchhiking, because who knows. I got 2 plants in one. Isn't that awesome? And they're like stuck together like that, you know. So I'm just gonna pretty much snip this center piece right here off, and I'll have automatically 2 plants. I got 3 plants. Here's another one. There's another one. I got 3. I should just bought one, man. Got so many of these. Took out the old pitcher, and I got new water in there from the fish tank, so I can submerge these so they don't dry out while I do the jungle vales. And if there's any parasites with them or any snails, they can just hop off. There's a little bladder snail right there. Those little critters I don't like at all. I'll kill them for a living, bro. This looks like something I would eat. It looks like it's a herb of some sort. Alright, let me just double check these. Looks good. It doesn't look like it has any snails. 1 week is usually good for me, because if you give them more than 1 week, then the bladder snail will become adults, and then they will start to lay eggs, and that's when I don't want them. I only want them to be big enough for me to see them, but not big enough to reproduce yet. That way I can completely remove every single snail that I see. Onward with the next one. Whoa, look at these. Look at these. This one has a lot of roots. Alright, so now I'm just gonna plant them in there. I'm gonna do the bigger ones to the side just because they don't block out that much sunlight. Not sunlight, but the lights. Jungle valves are in place. Now we're gonna look at the other ones. I want to do these guys because I feel like these guys are gonna block out a whole bunch of light. These guys seem like they're pretty easy to clean. Oh, I see roots. I want to recut this right here because right here is kind of moldy. About an inch down, so trim that off right there. Pretty much I just stick this in there. Doesn't seem like there's any snails. Oh, this is the part that broke off. Alright, I'm gonna stick this in there. Alright. Hopefully it'll be okay with the jungle valves over there too. I think they have enough lights. I don't know what these guys are called, but these guys have finer leaf so that I will have to look at them more thoroughly than those bigger, broader leaves over there. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just pretty much cutting off the very tip of it because that's where its energy source is located. The leaves, it photosynthesizes, and that way it doesn't have to feed the whole stalk, and it just feeds itself and it just focuses on growing. Because the smaller the plants are, the healthier it'll be when it moves into your tank. Just like baby fishes, you know, the smaller they are, the easier they're gonna acclimatize into your fish tanks. So that's my theory behind trimming these and cutting these out. It's just like the terrestrial plants, you know, like I grow pepper plants, and what I do is that I top it off, and once you top it off, it promotes new sprout, new growth, and that's what I'm aiming for here. Is that if I top these guys off and plant it, new growth from underneath will sprout and cause the plant to become bushier. And I think that's the same thing for these aquatic plants as well. But I could be wrong, and we'll see if my theory is right. One thing that I'm not going to keep in this aquarium is that I'm not going to run CO2. You know, CO2 sounds nice, and the plants is very big and luscious. However, I feel like that's not the route that I want to go because CO2 can get pretty pricey, guys, and it's not something that I would want to invest all my money on when my primary objective is just to breed angelfish and good quality guppies and some fancy looking plecos. So that's my objective here. Hopefully I don't mess up the crypts. I planted them first in the foreground. Alright guys, last plant here. Oh, there's a random one right here. Alright. See if there's any snail. No snails. Okay, this is the one that I'm most worried about because it keeps shedding all its leaf. Like, dude, what the heck, man? I'm not even doing nothing to you. Why are you so sensitive? Like, I might not even be able to keep you alive because you're so sensitive. I don't think I'm going to be trimming this one at all because it's just too sensitive. And it has all these roots growing on here, so I don't want to take away the roots and have it restart. Because this one might be a slow growing plant. Who knows? Alright guys, and this is pretty much the planet tank for now. I'm gonna leave it like this for a week, and we'll come back and do a update to you guys on how it looks like after 1 week. I lied. It's been many weeks that passed by. I've been just busy with other content and making it, but there's a lot of new growth on these plants, especially that very tip right there. That's all from here all the way to here. That's all new shoots, all new growth. On here as well, this is the old plants right here, and it's kind of like stops right there. There's a little bit new shoots, and there are 2 other new shoots here. So everyone here is doing well. There's even roots popping from the back over there as well from the ground. That plant's kind of ugly because it was floating, and prior to making this shot right here, I just put my hand in there and kind of like put it underneath the gravel, so it's like the leaves are all messed up, and it's not like the other leaves where it's standing nice and upright, but that's all right, it'll refix itself. I have this really cool looking flame moss right here, and I have nothing attached to it. It was ADA cultured, so obviously I just threw it in there with all the stuff that it came with. So I just want to grow it out. I don't want to attach it to anything yet. Yeah, this is how the tank looked like. All the plants are doing good besides this one right here. I think this one is known to have its leaves like fall off like that and looks ugly. We'll see if that survives. If it doesn't, then it's fine. The crypt lost one of its leaves, but it shot out a new growth right there. The cleaner, lighter green one right there. But yeah, everything seems to be growing pretty well. This guy's staying. How can I see it? This guy's growing a little bit of new shoot there. Slower grower plant. This guy's just like blooming right there. Not blooming, but taking off. So yeah, I think this is about a month later that this tank has settled down, and everything looks good to me, you know. As long as nothing's dying besides that ugly one over there. But yeah, everything here looks good. And upon very close inspection here, it doesn't seem to be there's any snails in here, so that's always a plus for me, guys. I'm very irritated in those bladder snails because I can never ever get rid of them. So I think once the water here is ready, I'm gonna go ahead and put one of the mystery snails in here. I'm okay with certain type of snails, not bladder snails. Mystery snails, they don't breed that much, and they are big, so I can catch them before they breed. So yeah, that's one thing that I like about certain types of snails. Thank you so much for joining me on this video here and watching it all the way to the very end here. If you guys like my content, make sure you guys like and subscribe for more videos like this. In the future here, I'm going to be planning to make videos of what I'm good at. So it's about angelfish and the breeding and caring and all the shebang of it. So stay tuned, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.